Connor's Heartbreak was the first Connor-centered episode on Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 2, episode 6. It wasn't the best Connor-themed episode ever, but it was good, at least for the first half. The alcohol-induced nonsense in the second part of Georgie and Mandy season 2, episode 6 wasn't all that funny. There had to have been a better direction to go in. Connor had no idea how to handle his grief. I could relate to his confusion about what he was supposed to do now. I've been there, as I imagine most people have. I didn't hide in my room or mope around, and I certainly didn't drink over it, but I've had that feeling of the rug being pulled out from under me with a surprise breakup before, and it never feels good. It was even harder for Connor. Not only was Chloe his first girlfriend, but she rejected the way he was living his life, and he wasn't sure what to do about it. Connor's family didn't know how to help him either, and everyone but Georgie more or less had given up. That in itself was a compelling story, but I was disappointed that Georgie didn't have any influence beyond 1 or 2 scenes where he tried and failed to help Connor. Georgie has always related well to Connor because of Sheldon, but there wasn't much of that. This time during Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 1, Georgie and Connor developed a special relationship. Georgie was the only one who knew how to communicate with Connor. That was because he had years of dealing with a brother who was different, and now he was willing to make the connection with Connor he never had with Sheldon. It didn't feel like that on Georgie and Mandy's first marriage season 2, episode 6, though. Yes, Georgie talked with Connor, but it didn't seem any different than what anyone else had done, and there certainly was no special connection there. Or at least I didn't see one. I guess Connor felt differently, considering he woke Georgie up in the middle of the night. The way he suddenly popped up in Georgie and Mandy's bedroom was hilarious, and I loved Mandy's deadpan complaints about how she was never going to hear the end of this and get to go back to sleep. The best scene was Mandy's attempt to help Connor. With his resume, Connor decided he needed to find a new direction in life, but he had less than zero interest in every suggestion Mandy made for his resume. In fact, he had an explanation for why every idea she had wouldn't work. Mandy gave up and decided to get Connor a beer instead, which was not great for the rest of the episode, but I understood why she did it. It's frustrating working with someone who won't do anything except explain why nothing will work. I get why Connor feels that way. I've been there too, frustrated, depressed, and feeling like nothing is working out the way I want to. But he was driving me up the wall with his negativity during that scene, especially when he felt that his musical talent didn't get him anywhere. As a fellow artist, I hate when people feel their art isn't doing them any good, whether that's music, visual art, or writing. Luckily for Connor, this malaise was short-lived, and he was back to making music that his family didn't understand by the end of the hour. We even got a blast from the past with the Dr. Demento references. I vaguely remember the name when I was a kid. I thought he was on MTV, but I think I imagined that because everything I can find about him online says he was a radio host. Anyway, he was the first person to platform Weird Al, so Connor totally had a chance with his bizarre mixtape. And indeed, Dr. Demento loved it at the end of the episode. I wonder if this will play out in future episodes or if it will never be mentioned again, just like the Jay Leno gag in season 1. Let's talk about those alcohol-fueled jokes. The middle section, where everyone gets drunk while playing beer pong, didn't make much sense. I don't mean that the story was hard to follow, just that it was unnecessary. It didn't solve anything for everyone to get drunk, and the joke about Georgie being the only responsible one in the room fell flat quickly. The whole sequence felt very one-note, with Audrey making a joke 1,000 times that I can't even remember now. I'd have rather Connor had some actual character growth. What about you?
Drink, sucker!
Why are you so